What up, everyone? I am the Comic Outlaw. This is Magnus, and this is the 200th episode of Comic Outlaw. Yes, a year ago, and 199 episodes later, this show is still up and running. Mostly because I have to, and I'm on probation because of what Bruce. Never mind, we can't get into that. But anyways, we're broadcasting here live and loud from this earth, this multiverse, and we want to do something special for the 200th episode.
Yeah.
We want to talk about someone that we feel doesn't get enough credit
Yeah.
in the DC universe. And you might be thinking Batman, but nah.
He gets plenty of credit.
Yes, he does, and plenty of booty.
Yeah, if anything, he gets too much credit sometimes.
And a lot of booty.
Yes.
Can't forget that. But we're talking about Alfred Pennyworth.
So, yeah, he's an interesting character where he had the life before the Waynes, then he had it with the Waynes, and then with Bruce, which mostly the Bruce part.
Yeah. Well, we ended up finding out, Jarvis in a lot of, because there's different iterations, of course, because the story's been started.
Jarvis Pennyworth, Alfred's father.
Yeah. But one of the current stories and one of the ones that's been more popular and kind of carried on as his father was kind of working for the Waynes, and he didn't want to work for the Waynes, so he became the most anti-Butler thing you could and become a soldier,
Yeah.
Where he worked for MI5, he was a spy, he was in the British Air Force.
Yeah.
He did a lot of different stuff. He was an actor, but of course we know that was during his espionage times. His acting guise was his cover.
Yeah, he was kind of sort of a James Bond character. I feel like more of the modern James Bond, where he's much more physically active.
Or like the gentleman from the Golden Circle.
Okay.
I can totally see Pennyworth coming from that kind of group.
Yeah, from the Kingsman.
Yes, the Kingsman. Manners maketh the man.
Yeah.
I could totally see Alfred saying that before he whoops somebody's ass.
Yeah, and and they kind of show off a little bit of his training as when he helps Batman or Dick Outlaw. It's not unusual for him to fly the jet because once again he was part of the Royal Air Force.
Oh yeah, and then of course that shotgun that he always carries, or he always seems to pop up with. He's also a good medic.
Yes.
Over the years, and I think taking care of Bruce, he's learned a lot of other different skills.
Yeah.
When it comes to biology, certain medics, poisons, chemistry, stuff like that. Alfred's a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And he was one of Bruce's first teachers.
Yeah, he taught him self-defense. You were telling me that he helped him learn disguise work because he was an actor.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Medic training, Alfred gave him what he could.
Yeah.
And then sent him out in the world with those different skills.
Yeah.
Of course, Alfred isn't Bruce Lee, but he does have a fair fighting skill.
Yeah.
Especially when he was younger.
Yeah.
He wasn't a slouch. This man could fight. This man could get down.
Yeah.
And he used guns.
Mm-hmm.
There's a joke, in one of the Batman things where he's like, I can't be Batman because I use guns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, his favorite weapon is the shotgun, which, it'd be interesting, more World War II era, Alfred with a shotgun,
Yeah, I can totally
blasting
see that.
other spies and stuff like that.
I can totally see that. And it really plays to his character because his character's so droll and old, and people forget that he had a life before that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I loved him in the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
He was the distinguished gentleman.
Yeah.
And it balanced out really well with the cartoon.
Yeah.
Michael Caine version was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it
I guess the original Alfred from the Adam West, he was really good. They showed off some of his, technique with the sword. But then the Alfred that stayed for the first 4 Batman movies, not including the Adam West one. But
we're talking about Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever,
and Batman Robin.
Yeah. He was the only actor that really stayed the course all the way through.
Yeah, and it's because he did such a great job.
Yeah, he played an older, fatherly Alfred, even though the Batmans kept changing.
Yeah. And the fatherly part is also important because after the death of Bruce's parents, that Alfred was there as a surrogate father figure, and that in any story where Alfred's not doing well most of the time physically because he's getting older, Bruce, as well as his persona as Batman, is not doing well. He gets his mind more lost and gets more angry, has less control of himself because he's effectively losing his parents again.
Well, Bruce actually does have a lot of heart.
Mm-hmm.
People always say that Bruce is a real heartless bastard.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a a soul to him.
Yeah.
He does care a lot for his fellow man.
Yeah.
You know, it's just he understands the necessity to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
He's pragmatic. And I think he kind of got a little bit of that from Alfred.
Yeah.
You know, now that Alfred's older, he's seen the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
He's lost people. He's lost comrades.
Yeah.
He knows that in life is more like a battlefield. You know, and you lose people along the way, and you don't want to. Sometimes it sucks being the only one standing there.
Yeah.
And I think that's something he's trying to tell Bruce as Batman, that
Yeah.
you don't want to be the last man standing, because I'm not always going to be here.
Yeah.
You know, he'll walk through the fire for Bruce, and he has.
Yeah.
I mean, you read a lot of the comics, you know, he's been taken hostage, he's been tortured, he's done this and that. But he knows that, I think this is what he, like Batman Beyond, for example, is a great example of this, that Alfred's fear kind of came true, that Bruce was just an old man, you know, just living in his own rage,
Yeah.
his own fear, you know. And I think that was Alfred's biggest fear for him, that he would be the last survivor, you know,
Yeah.
and that he wanted him to have a life.
Mm-hmm.
And he supported Batman, but I think he didn't like Bruce's over obsession in it,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because he understood that it was a job. Alfred's done the job.
Yeah.
Alfred's killed people. Alfred's gone out and done things, you know, for king and country,
Mm-hmm.
that he would never speak of to Bruce.
Yeah.
But he understood that there was a time to set that aside.
Yeah.
And I think Alfred's biggest fear is that he fears that Bruce can never let that go.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that drives Alfred to his service to him, that he can only do so much for as long as he can.
Yeah.
For as long as Alfred can, he will take care of this boy as, you know, what he considers a son,
Yeah.
you know, in the best way he knows how.
And I guess speaking of sons, he effectively has more than just Bruce. You know, with Nightwing and Dick, you know, he's really close to Alfred, and it's not unusual for him to work alongside him. You were mentioning that Tim Drake, after Tim's father died, you know, it's just like Alfred, you know, once again was there.
Well, actually, Alfred, like, for all the Robins over the years, as the Red Hood got to know him even more when he came back.
Mhm.
Damian, for example,
Yeah.
you know, because Damian that's kind of like the grandfather figure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Alfred doesn't take a lot of his shit,
Yeah.
you know, because he's used to dealing with Bruce. You know? He's used to dealing with big Batman.
Yeah. Other Robins, the
so he can handle
Batgirls.
little Batman. Yeah. Well, Barbara and him have a great relationship.
Yeah. That's kind of, I feel like that's kind of more of a uncle niece relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, well, they ruined that in the movies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, Alfred's always open. He's kind,
Mhm.
and he sees these people, I think, as Bruce's children in a way.
Yeah.
And he sees. I think Alfred's kind of like the heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like the soul.
Yeah.
And I think, like, if something ever happened to Alfred, that Dick would be the one to fill that void.
Yeah.
You know, because I always thought Dick was like part Bruce, but part Alfred.
Yeah.
You know, out of all the boys, because Red Hood has more violent tendencies.
Mhm.
Joker actually made a very interesting comment that the Red Hood was kind of like the product of Batman and him.
Yeah.
You know, like a bastard son, because he helped created him. It was a weird way Joker gave it.
Yeah. I can see it though.
But I could see, like, Dick being like part Alfred, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
and part Bruce.
Yeah.
You know, where he understands Bruce's mission, but he has Alfred's soul, where Dick enjoys things in life.
Yeah.
He has friends.
Mhm.
He tries to have a girlfriend, tries to have a
Yeah.
normal life, or not even a normal life, just a life.
Mhm.
Something beyond the cowl.
Yeah.
You know, something that holds you and makes you human. Batman's relationships aren't like that.
Yeah. And with Alfred understanding, you know, Batman's mission, of course he understands it the most because Bruce wasn't the only one who lost his parents, you know. Alfred lost them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's trauma, yes. Trauma shared. That's another reason I think Alfred sort of approves when he takes in the Robins.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were orphans,
Yeah.
you know. They needed understanding, you know. They needed someone to understand that pain.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm saying Alfred is older.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because Alfred's been through it.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the shit Bruce has been through. I mean,
Yeah.
not like intergalactic star-sucking starfish or, you know, but he's killed, he's done grittier things. I think Alfred's more based in reality.
Yeah.
Because Alfred's seen a lot of the dirt that any SEAL or that any Marine
Yeah.
can tell you. You know what I mean? The dirty stuff that you have to do for government.
Yeah.
And I think Bruce has been more of above that. He's been more of an aristocrat.
Yeah.
Alfred came from nothing.
And you can kind of always trust Alfred to be there because, one, everything's going down, everything's horrible, whether it's in a Batman story or it's even in, like, a Justice League story where it's like, oh, we gotta go to the Batcave because, like, nowhere's safe. And it's like, boom, there's Alfred. He's there with wisdom, emotional support. He's there with tea and also the medical prestige.
Well, what I loved in the Justice League cartoons is when they started looking for the Justice League.
Yeah.
They all like met up at Wayne Manor,
mm-hmm.
and Alfred's there just, I know who all of you are.
Yeah.
Just like all happy, just giving them sage-like advice,
Yeah, and everyone's like, I need a butler.
Yeah, and everyone loves Alfred because Alfred just has that personality and that sting.
Yeah.
And, and everyone's like, well, he's put up with Bruce and Stipers. I mean, that man has to have the will of iron,
Yeah.
There's a sort of respect for him, Right. Oh, one of my favorite parts, now that I'm thinking about it,
mm-hmm.
have you read the Injustice comics?
No, I have not.
Where Superman kind of becomes... You play the video game, though, right?
So, I haven't. I'm familiar with the storyline, and you've referenced it in a number of your videos.
Superman becomes evil,
uh-huh.
and the interesting thing is that when he becomes evil, he goes there and he beats up Batman, and he breaks his back with his powers, right?
Yeah.
And there's these green super pills that give you like superhuman strength for a while that Superman's developing for his soldiers.
Yeah.
Batman stole a few to, kind of analyze and use them.
Yeah.
Well, while he's beating the crap out of Bruce, Alfred takes one, and out of nowhere, he just clocks Superman as hard as he can.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he beats the brakes off him. He's like, don't you touch my son.
Yeah.
And picks up Bruce, broken back and everything.
Yeah.
And just really, like, just takes him away. And I thought that was so Alfred, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If anything, that was such an Alfred moment.
Yeah.
That I thought was actually just cool. It just says a lot about Alfred, the way he thinks of Bruce,
Mm-hmm.
Like, even in that one, he sacrifices his life in that one, he comes back. And,
yeah.
I don't know, like, the whole thing with Alfred in that one's weird.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, it's such a Pennyworth moment.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people could say they knocked out Superman on one punch?
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, I've just been saying for years, they need, like, a Alfred miniseries that's, like, 6
They are making
issues.
one, I guess. We've been seeing previews for it.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a sort of a TV series or Netflix series. Is it going to be on like the?
I don't know. I hope. I haven't seen.
I don't
for
know
DC
what platform
Universe.
it's going to be.
It said like Netflix or something like that.
Yeah.
EXP. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I think that's going to be good. But the character they picked for Gotham was actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the Alfred Pennyworth they picked.
I don't think there's ever really been a bad pick for Alfred. They kind of really focus on one aspect of Alfred and find an actor who can portray that the best, that will work with the story, and it works out.
Well, the Batfleck one wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Well, it was a significantly more serious Alfred for a significantly more serious Batman.
Yeah.
It's like they both were at that point tired because, they're kind of both even older,
Yeah, that's true.
So it worked out for what they were doing. Whether it was the right choice or not, that's up to the viewer.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, it is all in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
I thought Michael Caine did a superb job.
Yeah.
For example, I mean, the guy, like, I know Gotham had its problems, the show had problems, but the man they picked for Alfred was just wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, take no shit, younger guff,
Feels a lot more like a mentor.
Yeah. And just like, I'll shoot you, lad.
Yeah.
You don't want to be messed. Take your hands off Bruce, lad. I'll be beating you into the dirt.
And it's still somewhat of a younger Alfred, so like his time of fighting is a lot more fresh.
Yes, and that's another thing too. You guys like always say, "Well, Alfred gets knocked out." I was like, the man went through the military, went through that, and then in his like 30s and 40s went to work for the Waynes.
Yeah.
And then he raised Bruce another 20 years.
Yeah.
And then he disappeared to go trade for Batman. And then he came back.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Bruce is like 30. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, poor Alfred's not immortal.
Yeah.
It was like, he's just an old man. Well, he's so much more than that.
Yeah.
And if you said that to any of the Waynes, or anyone that's ever worn the cloak,
Mhm.
they would straight slap you in the face.
Yeah.
And I think Alfred's just an unsung hero.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a blue-collared, unsung hero of DC.
Do you think there's been any point in time, he's cleaning the cave or weather, and he puts on the costume?
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure I could imagine like once putting on the costume and just like running around. It's like, oh, I'm Batman.
I could totally see the Adam West version of that.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few times where he had to dress up like Batman.
Yeah.
In order to keep the ruse up.
Yeah.
So there are times where he had to actually wear the cloak and cowl,
Yeah.
But yeah, I could I love that where he's all, well, don't worry, Master Wayne. If you die, you name me the executor of your will. I'll enjoy the Mercedes as well as the Benz.
Yeah.
He always had that sharp wit, that repertoire that I always loved.
Yeah.
You gotta love Alfred Pennyworth. And we thought for the 200th episode we were gonna do something big, but we want to talk about an underdog. Someone that we felt that truly deserves a little bit of love, a little bit of compassion as far as the DC universe. And I think another miniseries would be in order. Now they're doing this show, I would totally be down for like maybe not like 100-page series, but maybe like a 20 issue series.
Yeah.
Of Alfred, like a prequel.
Yeah.
Starting out from when he joined the army, right until he registered for the Waynes. I think maybe 10, 20 issues could do that justice.
Yeah.
Not a 6-parter, because I feel like they try to cram too much into those.
Yeah. Well, 6-parter, just to test the waters, see.
Yeah, but this is Pennyworth.
Yeah.
I think a Pennyworth one will be able to do.
And I think that's just what the comic should be called, Pennyworth.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Straight up, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that, dude.
Yeah.
You have anything else to add about Alfred?
I think that's about it. I just hope to see him a lot more in the future.
What can we say about Alfred? He always keeps the tea hot, the crumpets good, the cheese always thinly sliced, and Wayne Manor always looks wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, I've known Alfred from my multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that guy doesn't approve of Bruce being a Yellow Lantern, but damn,
yeah,
he does take care of everything else.
Yeah.
A good man. And never, ever, 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 ever play poker with that man.
No?
He'll clean you out.
All right. He could reach your face?
Oh, he'll do more than that.
Yeah.
He'll read your face, take your lunch money, and then go tally-ho as he's drinking his tea with his finger up all.
Yeah.
But that's Mr. Pennyworth. I mean, what can you say? In every reality, he's just damn... Ooh. We should throw a special thing to evil Alfred. Night Owl.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah. The Universe 3.
Yeah, there's an evil Pennyworth. Since we're talking about Alfred, very cool, very still snooty as hell, but evil Alfred.
Yeah. I
mean, there's all kinds of different Alfreds, and I look out for him. He's always doing something. He's always up to something. He always steals some of the best lines.
Yeah. I just realized in Flashpoint, did Thomas Wayne not have an Alfred?
Yes, he does.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he ends up leaving after a while.
Okay.
The Penguin ends up becoming his second.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, Pennyworth. We're looking forward to the show. If we one of us gets one of the many video sites that it might be on.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to DC Universe. If it pops up on that, we'll give you guys reviews for it. We'll throw you guys a bone like that. We want to thank you guys. Whoever's been watching this show, a big thank you. It's 200 episodes. Exactly. We do enjoy you guys listening. We enjoy you guys, giving little notes. We get them every once in a while. And we just wanted to give a big thumbs up to a blue collar character, since we're out here working, doing our thing, going from place to place. And we just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good 200 episodes.
Yep. And tally-ho.
That's right.
Yep.
Later.
Pip, pip, cheerio. And we'll see you on the flip side.